Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick video tutorial on my site administration for Moodle 5.1 on Mac. I'm really excited because I managed to finally get it to work. It was an odyssey, but it was just a silly mistake that I was making. So it's good because that's a way of learning. So let's start by looking at the home page. So basically this is where we enters showing that it is the server is working fine. I've logged in as an administrator using the login and the password here. So looking at the site administration, under site administration, then we can see that there are lots of different sections. We have the general one with notifications, registration, feedback settings, advanced features, and site admin presets. Then we have the AI section where we can add AI providers, and there's AI placements. We have the competencies section, which is really interesting because we have here different competency frameworks, which are very interesting because we can import them. We can import one specific competency framework and then for the Moodle. And for example, if we look at it here, we can see a competency frameworks repository, and there are different ones. So for example, I know the UNESCO AI competency framework, which it would be reliable and comes from a reliable source. And I also know this one because it's from the European Union, and this one is the DigComp 2.2, the digital competences for framework for citizens. I've used the one for educators. So for some teacher training courses on Erasmus Plus programs, which is, those of you who don't know, Erasmus Plus is a very popular program in the European Union. And so this one comes from the same source. So I would say that I would definitely think about using them. I would definitely explore the different resources here. I think that they're very useful. Now, if we go back to the site administration, so that's for the competencies, and this is related to one of the questions, which is how might badges or competencies be used to enhance students' engagement or accountability? And I think that competencies would be a great way of giving it a very solid structure for what we want to accomplish through the course. And also the badges, which is the next section, we've already seen them on our course. And I think that they're motivating. Personally, I know that there might be people who may not like them very much, but I think personally I find them very motivating when you suddenly get a badge for completing work in that specific week, which is also a really nice reminder that you have completed everything, on top of the fact that you can also have a progress tracker, progress bar on the side. But I think it's a nice thing. And the badges here, we have the badges settings, how to manage them, how to add a new badge, and also how to manage backpacks, which is what we already did at the beginning of the course, connecting it. In this case, we're using Badger.io, that's right, here, and ours is connected. Going back to the site administration, then we have also H5P, which is a language that allows you to create activities. It's not very difficult. It sounds kind of complicated if you haven't heard of it, but it's really easy once you get to know and practice a little bit. I used to start using it a couple of years ago when I was working on a project with a company, and then we had to create activities like drag and drop and things like that, adding pictures and lots of different things. So it's interesting, this, and I know that on the website is one of the different activities that we can also use. We have everything here. We have the overview. We have the managing the H5P content types for the different types that there are. I'm not going to go into detail of all of them because it's only 3 to 5 minutes, the video, and we would need a lot more time. License settings and license manager for the license that we have for the Moodle. Location settings so that the server knows your time, your location. And this is important if you have a geographically dispersed cohort of students. The language, in my case, is going to be just English, but you can have also language packs, especially if you're going to be dealing with learners of English or people who don't have a B2 in the CEFR, Common European Framework of Reference level of English that would allow them to interact and navigate the site without very much trouble. Then we have messaging. This one is important because we want to customize our notification settings so that we don't get emails every time someone makes a contribution to a forum on the course. So I think that that's very important, and also important to set it up clearly right from the beginning and inform potential participants about that. Payments, super important because I'm seriously considering using Moodle for my platform. I've looked at lots of other platforms that look a lot more sleek and that are a lot easier to use. Everything is already set up, but they're really a lot more expensive. And right now, I think that because I have experience with Moodle, because I don't dislike Moodle, and because I have the expertise, then why not try it and then see what happens? I know it's gonna depend a lot on the quality of the content rather than on how sleek and how technological it looks. So I'm happy to give it a try considering my circumstances. Payment settings, so very important to there. Security, super important. IP blocker, site security settings, HTTP security, HTTPS for security, and notifications, site home, so the site home settings. And in this case, basically it is showing the site name, what it is, a short description, which we could see at the beginning when we go to the home page, and then the list of courses, site home items when logged in, what we can see, category, maximum courses, number of courses. So an important page to be aware of. Then to finish up, we have mobile app settings. This is the 5.1 latest stable version of Moodle. And then obviously people may be using the mobile app to complete exercises or visit course content. I've done it in the past, so it's really useful to be aware of the settings. The app subscription, how to subscribe, mobile authentication so that people can automatically enter the app, access the app, mobile appearance, and some features. Finally, there are some custom fields, and then MoodleNet. I've answered already the second question, how might badges or competencies be used to enhance students' engagement or accountability? So we have 3 more questions, and these are, the first one says, which features are more critical for managing a large course? I would definitely say that having a clear setup of security, you don't want to mess up with that and then get into fines or get complaints or anyone being able to see confidential information or personal information. So I think that security would be my top priority, making sure that it is GDPR compliant, that I'm making sure that everything is as tight as possible. Also important, I think, mobile app, because nowadays everyone is on their phone. So this is really, really important because it might contribute to user experience, a positive user experience. And then also, I think, AI providers, and then all those AI tools that are going to be supporting the learning and the learning experience, the user experience throughout the course. Competencies, definitely, I mentioned it before, and then badges. Third question, which part of the portal you'll use more often? I guess it would be the competencies, making sure that I'm constantly checking how my course is aligned to those competencies framework, whichever it is that I'm using for a specific course or throughout the platform. And I think that would be it. So thank you very much for watching. And I look forward to also watching your videos.